This hair growth oil is infused with a potent mix of herbs and seeds to stop excessive hair loss and grow thicker hair. We'll be using a gentle method to infuse the ingredients into the oil and retain their healing properties. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 to 3 oils of your choice, rosemary, fenugreek, and nettle leaf. Scientific studies have shown that rosemary is effective at treating certain types of alopecia. It's also been shown to be just as effective as the primary active ingredient in Rogaine. But unlike Rogaine, rosemary has the ability to improve the overall health of the scalp as well as regrow hair. In my personal experience, fenugreek has played a major role in helping me to improve the overall density and health of my hair. And I used to think it was in my head, but guys, it's really not. It's a rich source of iron and protein that help to strengthen the hair follicle at the root, reducing shedding and hair loss significantly. It's also a rich source of vitamins that help to promote hair growth. Nettles help to combat hair loss by blocking DHT, which is a very common source of certain types of hair loss. Similar to rosemary and fenugreek, it's excellent at calming inflammation on the scalp. For anyone who's experienced eczema and inflammatory skin condition, nettles are rich in sulfur, which is a very popular active ingredient in eczema medications. As for the oils, feel free to use any oil that works for your hair and skin type. Now, I mentioned skin type because a lot of people forget that that plays a major role when it comes to picking the right oil for you, not just your hair type. For example, my skin type is sensitive on the drier side and acne prone, so the skin on my scalp reflects those same characteristics. As a result, I paired oils that help to unclog hair follicles and moisturize sensitive skin. Although this is true for my skin type, it may not be true for you, so a completely different combination of oils or just a single oil may work better. I encourage you to be open to doing your own research and experimenting until you find the right oil for you. I'll be using a combination of 3 oils, the first one being Jamaican black castor oil. The Sunny Isle brand is the only one I trust when it comes to getting authentic castor oil made the traditional way, and its main purpose is strengthening and protecting against breakage. The second oil I'll be using is avocado oil due to its ability to penetrate and repair the hair shaft. It's one of the few oils that doesn't just sit on top of the hair. Properly unclogging hair follicles is a sure way to get thicker hair growth, and jojoba oil is great for dissolving dirt and buildup on the scalp. In a heat-safe bowl, add the rosemary, fenugreek, and nettles, mix that around for even distribution, then top the herbs and seeds off with your chosen oils. It could be the oils that I shared with you, it could be one oil. Just keep in mind that if you use coconut oil, that may change the end texture of your herbal oil. Fill up a pot with hot water and bring that to a boil. Gently place the bowl on top of the boiling water and let that infuse for about 1 to 2 hours. I use heat because it is the faster way to infuse the herbs into the oil versus just doing it at room temperature. Make sure that you're really careful when you're pouring the oil into the jar. Give it a chance to cool down a little bit. Because I was a little bit in a rush, I kind of just, right away poured it in there, but definitely slow down, wait for it to cool, pour it into a clean glass jar and seal that tight. At this point, you're going to want to give the herbs a full 24 hours to infuse before you extract it. The longer you allow the herbs to infuse, the stronger the herbal infusion it gets. You could even leave it to infuse for a couple weeks if you have the patience. The next day, I chose to strain mine and store it in a clean, sterilized container. This one comes with a dropper, and I like that I could take the dropper apart and clean it out with a little straw brush thingy. I just like that I could get this completely clean, and I like that the container is made out of glass so it doesn't absorb or hold on to bacteria once it's washed. Although this oil has many different uses, I'm going to show you guys how I prefer to use it on my hair. On dry hair, I apply about a dropper full to my entire scalp, and then I massage that in. Typically listening to music when I'm doing this, so usually like 3 to 5 minutes is how long I like to massage my scalp. I use this little silicone scalp massager brush. It's very gentle. It doesn't snatch or grab on to the hairs. It's very, very gentle, but it's a lot more efficient than using my fingers. Once I'm done massaging my scalp, I apply the oil to the rest of my hair. How much you use depends on how much hair you have, and whether you have curly or straight hair can also affect this as well. It's not necessary to drench your hair in oil, just apply enough to properly cover the hair. I personally prefer to follow the Ayurvedic method by allowing it to absorb overnight before my wash day, but you could use this as a hot oil treatment for 20 minutes with a little bit of heat right before washing it. It depends on what your hair maintenance routine looks like and what you prefer to do for your hair. You could do this routine anywhere from 1 to 2 times a week depending on your hair goals and how much you like to wash your hair. For me to maintain and enhance the thickness of my curls, what works for me is using this about once a week before my wash day. Recently, I've been getting into natural nail care and I love using this as a cuticle oil. I have a nail oil pen that I put the oil into to moisturize and heal the skin around my cuticles daily. This herbal hair oil will last 3 to 6 months so long as it's stored in a cool, dark place. Be sure that no water gets into the oil to avoid any contamination. For more videos like this, subscribe and share this video with a loved one, and I'll see you next time.
That's nice.
Whipped shea butter is a powerful emollient for dry skin that helps with scarring, eczema, and acne. And as someone who has struggled with all of those things, shea butter has been a godsend. These whipped butters can be used for absolutely everything: hair, skin, and nails. And the recipes are very simple with only 3 ingredients each. Luckily, shea butter is very soft, so it's possible to whip into a light, fluffy butter without melting it down first, waiting for it to harden in the freezer, and then whipping it. To do that, first cut the shea butter down into smaller pieces. Next, weigh out the amount that you need. I provided the specific measurements in the description box below.